Multiple areas to watch. By the way, what was left of NARDA, the moisture from that is actually streaming and feeding some of that stormy weather we've got going on in the middle of the country right now. Two areas to watch in the western Atlantic and down in the Caribbean. And we've also got Lorenzo still out there. Lorenzo likely to have some impact on the Azores. Let's get closer to home here. This area of disturbed weather in the Caribbean, the National Hurricane Center pegging it at a 10% opportunity here for development. The development area takes it through the Caribbean, potentially into the Gulf of Mexico. May it affect the Yucatan? Could it interact with land and fall completely apart? It's possible. Could it stay together? Could it miss land? Yes, all those things are still on the table. This area of disturbed weather in the western Atlantic here, likely going to push its way farther to the northeast, and that would be a good thing, farther away from land. But nonetheless, it's been very, very active. September and now October is still pretty active as well. Taking a look at the European model, where's everything go? Lorenzo actually may go up toward Ireland, believe it or not. The other system's very weak spin. So we'll keep an eye on them, Alex. Just something to watch, especially since they're close to home.
All right. We've got a lot on our plate tonight. Still a lot ahead for you on Weather Underground. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to a California filmmaker who's using his love of animals to rescue pets who are homeless and alone in the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian. And September's record-setting heat has crossed over into October. We're going to run down the list of cities that have already broken their all-time heat record for October today.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowners insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's a tiny dancer.
Well, they left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
This is the Little Flower Soap Company, a small business on Amazon. I'm Holly.
I'm Justin.
This is their beautiful, luscious, flower-filled soap. These are their employees.
And we're hiring.
This is their lavender field. It's still growing. This is the worst smelling thing in their office. This is just one of the small and medium-sized businesses you can shop on Amazon.
Only Captain D's Ultimate Fish Fry is every day of the week. Yep, it's Southern-style whole fillets daily. 4 meals start at $4.99. That's right. It's always a Fish Friday when the captain is gone. Captain D's.
If you have moderate to severe psoriasis, little things can be a big deal. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, 75% clearer skin is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
You know curb appeal when you see it. And with the Home Depot and the best brands around, you can start seeing it. Today is the day for doing. Let home services boost your curb appeal. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
My turn.
It shows up at the end of the year.
Coffee Mate seasonal flavors.
It really makes the season.
Oh, peppermint mocha?
It's related to nature.
Pumpkin spice? This is gonna be a while.
Yeah.
Try Coffee Mate seasonal flavors. Coffee's perfect holiday mate.
So Dish gives you NFL Red Zone, no extra charge. That's every touchdown, every game, Sunday afternoons. Because if you miss all that action, you miss all this action.
Dish, tuned in to you.
We'd love some help with laundry. Spray and scrub anything with a stain. Wash the really dirty clothes separately.
Tide Pods with upgraded 4-in-1 technology unleash a foolproof clean in one step.
Oh, you did the laundry.
It's got to be Tide.
This is Kate.
Hey.
She takes 2 prescriptions. Kate's son Jack takes 1 too. Kate works hard and thought she had good insurance. But she still pays too much. That's no good. So Kate downloaded the GoodRx app. Now she can compare prescription prices to find the best discounts. She even beats her insurance price. Good for you, Kate. Good for you. GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
We got one of those new purple mattresses, and it is amazing. You have to try it.
Oh, this doesn't feel like memory foam. No. This feels amazing.
Right?
What is it?
Actually, it's called Purple, and it's a completely unique comfort technology, meticulously designed to cradle and support the human body.
Cool.
For a limited time, choose a free Purple product with mattress purchase at purple.com/TV.
How can weather be that destructive in just a matter of seconds?
Storm Stories. All new episodes Sunday nights at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Oh, we are. Yep, Buster Poindexter said it best. Hot, hot, hot. 95 right now in Memphis. What is going on? It's not July. It's not August. It's not September. It's October. It's October. Come on. Come on.
I'm just tired of being hot.
We're all tired of being hot. Like, we're cranky. We're going to exude your crankiness on TV tonight. Won't be hard for me, because I'm grumpy all the time anyway.
You're always cranky, but
so
like
it's not
even
a
me,
stretch.
like it's getting me now.
Even Happy Alex is cranky. Look at her. She's just so upset.
So cranky.
So cranky.
Yeah.
But
I might yell at a neighbor.
I think we've got a Halloween costume.
I think we do too.
All right, how about this, folks? All-time record October temperature set today. All-time. Louisville, warmest October day in record. Chattanooga, Cincinnati, Huntington, West Virginia, Indianapolis, bye-bye records. You're now in the record books for the hottest October day in history. All right, let's take a look, by the way, at some other cities. Memphis, we're there. Cleveland, 93. Tupelo, Evansville, Columbus, Ohio. All set. I think you were at 90, might have even been 94 today. Anyway, you get the point here, folks. Tying or eclipsing all-time October records for you here. Look at these numbers that have gone by the wayside, tied or beaten. Nashville, are you kidding me? 98 degrees tomorrow. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to Thursday, still blazing hot. Huntsville, Alabama will be 98, and Birmingham will be 98. Atlanta, 97. Again, these are going to threaten all-time October records that you may have just set this week. You could eclipse them by later in the week even. So there's no short-term relief. Next 2 to 3 days, the heat stays with us. Toward the weekend, a little bit, hints at least, Alex, of a little bit of a pattern change. I wouldn't call it cool.
Right.
But cooler.
Cool-ish.
There's that.
It's all relative, right?
Yeah.
And we'll I think everybody, you know those like
Just anything.
NFL ice baths?
Can we just get it below 90?
Yeah, I want one of those.
You want an ice bath?
Yeah, at this point, I'll take what I can get. The baby pool's too hot.
Well, the baby pool is only, there are several reasons.
I know, but I don't have enough room for a full-size pool.
There are several reasons the baby pool is too hot.
What are you trying to say about me?
Well, you know.
All right, let's talk about when that cool-ish air, cooler air finally arrives. And it's in the late week. So there it is across the northwest. Of course, our high pressure is just anchored over the south, and it's nothing but hot and hot and hot. But you notice as we get into the middle and end part of the week, our area, our dome, it begins to erode a bit. And so this weekend, our cold air begins to spill south and east. And we might actually feel a little more normal as we head into the weekend, but especially next week. Look at that cold air spilling south and east, making it into the southeastern states. So now we're talking about the Arkansas and the Louisianas, the Mississippi and Alabamas, the Georgias and the Carolinas actually feeling or seeing temperatures closer to average. Wouldn't that be a nice change? Dare I say, almost looks like a little wedge setting up too. Up in the mountains, we have temps in the 50s. Yep, 60s for Charleston, 70s for Nashville and Raleigh. Even Atlanta could be looking at enough of that cooler air to see highs in the 70s, 60 for Kansas City. That'd be awfully nice. In Milwaukee, forecast highs compared to average, above average still today. But as we move forward, look at that, highs in the 50s. Oh my. Friday, I just want to hug you. I mean, I want to hug you anyway because you're Friday, but then you're also 57 degrees.
I love it. Like,
beautiful.
Could not beat that, right?
No.
You want to talk about beautiful?
Yeah.
How about beautiful fall places right now? The leaves are changing color in Colorado's high country where the aspens are turning brilliant shades of gold. And people, guess what? They are soaking it up.
They are more beautiful this year than in the past 3. All up in the mountains they've turned, and it's just glorious.
Well, lots of yellows and oranges, just a gorgeous day.
You can see pictures of it, but just to see all of it all around you, it's just really, really something to behold.
What a view, huh? Oh, those aspens are, they're perfect, aren't they? All right, let's show you the latest fall color map here. We're patchy to nearing peak here in New England. And so give it another probably 2 weeks or so. Usually it's mid to late October. You get some really, really fine color here. And then same for you in the Midwest. You got to give it a couple more weeks here. We're nearing peak here around the Arrowhead of Minnesota, then maybe say the UP of Michigan and the Keweenaw Peninsula here. You're starting to get the color to change here, but give it just another couple of weeks. But already now near peak through Colorado and then up through the Front Range here nearing peak as well. So some good color already to be had, only going to get better, Alex.
All right, let's get you to a new tornado warning. This one in the state of Iowa, south and west of Des Moines. This storm moving 40 miles an hour. And in addition to a tornado on this storm, radar indicated, I should say. They're also warning for the possibility of tennis ball-sized hail. It's Adair, Madison, and Union counties in the path of this one. East Peru, Harrison, and Winterset. There was the hook, and there's our area of rotation where you see there's the circle. Sarah's highlighting it for you. I'm getting a new scan in, too. We're going to bring you the very latest on this one. But if you're in Harrison, Winterset, or Martinsdale, or Norwalk, get to your lowest level, most interior room now.
My car is my after-work decompression zone. So when my windshield broke, I found the experts at Safelite Auto Glass. They have exclusive technology and service I can trust.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Take Prilosec OTC and take control of heartburn. So you don't have to stash antacids here, or here. Kick your antacid habit with Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Not even our competitor's best battery can match the power of Energizer, because Energizer Ultimate Lithium is the longest-lasting AA battery in the world. Energizer, backed by science, matched by no one.
Hi, my name is Sam Davis, and I'm going to tell you about exciting plans available to anyone with Medicare. Many plans provide broad coverage and still may save you money on monthly premiums and prescription drugs. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits, but you have to meet a deductible for each, and then you're still responsible for 20% of the cost. Next, let's look at a Medicare supplement plan. As you can see, they cover the same things as Original Medicare, and they also cover your Medicare deductibles and coinsurance, but they often have higher monthly premiums and no prescription drug coverage. Now, let's take a look at Humana's Medicare Advantage plans. With a Humana Medicare plan, hospital stays, doctor office visits, and Medicare deductibles are covered. And of course, most Humana Medicare Advantage plans include prescription drug coverage. In fact, in 2018, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $7,400 on average on their prescription costs. Most Humana Medicare Advantage plans help you stay active and keep fit by including a Silver Sneakers fitness program at no extra cost. And you may be able to save on dental and vision expenses because coverage is now included with most Humana Medicare Advantage plans. You get all this coverage for as low as a $0 monthly plan premium in many areas. And your doctor and hospital may already be a part of Humana's large network. If you want the facts, call right now for the free decision guide from Humana. There is no obligation, so call the number on your screen right now to see if your doctor is in our network, to find out if you could save on your prescriptions, and to get our free decision guide. Licensed Humana sales agents are standing by, so call now.
Now at Domino's, we're more than just hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're $7.99 gluten-free crust, $7.99 handmade pan crust, $7.99 Brooklyn-style crust, and $7.99 crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
Acura in 2 words.
Beat that.
Beat that.
I'm on it. Me too. Beat that.
Well, that about sums it up.
DiGiorno pizza bakes fresh in your own oven and travels straight to your table.
Unlike delivery that goes from oven to box to bag to car to traffic to wrong houses. Nobody delivers a piping hot and crispy crust like a DiGiorno pizza. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Well, dramatic security video. The moment a bridge collapses in a harbor northeastern Taiwan. The 460-foot-long bridge collapsed this morning, injuring at least 10 people in a busy fishing town. Rescue divers been searching the area looking for possible victims. The weather at the time is sunny, but the collapse happened just hours after a typhoon swept by the island. Well, welcome.
Scary
That
stuff,
is
man.
super scary stuff there for sure. Welcome back, everyone. Of course, keeping track of that, but also keeping track of severe weather for you tonight here stateside across the Central Plains.
Yeah, I'm Alex Wilson here with Mike Bettis. We're watching a place like Madison, Wisconsin, Omaha, Nebraska, also portions of Iowa. You can see Omaha. You've seen the rain. You've seen the storms. We still have some raindrops on the lens. At this point, we're watching some severe storms moving through sections of Iowa. In addition to the possibility of some strong or severe storms, we also have the possibility for some flooding, and we're going to be breaking down those threats. Unfortunately, here across the central U.S. into the Midwest and the plains, that's where we've got not just storms, but rain that continues to move over some of the same areas. There's a look right now at portions of Iowa. So we've got storm trackers out there on the roads giving us a look at storms. We got a tornado warned storm in Iowa. I'm going to show that to you in just a moment. But first, the tornado watch currently in effect for Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and a little bit of Missouri. But it does include Des Moines. So we're talking about a larger metro area, and that is where we've got this tornado warned storm. This storm is to the south and west of Des Moines, also being warned on tennis ball sized hail. So not just the possibility of a tornado, but tennis ball sized hail as well. Need to be alert if you live in this area. We've got the severe warning too. It's Macksburg. You can see the very well-defined hook that extends right into the Macksburg area. So the tornado would be right around there. Madison is the county under the warning. East Peru and Harrison and Winterset are some of the communities that are in the path of this one. This is moving to the north and east around 40 miles per hour. So it's moving very quickly. We look at the velocity. Tough to make out a really well-defined area, but that area of rotation would be roughly around and to the east-northeast of Macksburg. This storm will continue to move off towards the north and east. Harrison, you're likely dealing with some big hail at this point. Winterset, I think you're going to be looking at some hail. Possible that area of rotation makes it to you. St. Charles, Martinsdale, these are just a few other communities. If I'm listing your town's name, lowest level, most interior room, most certainly where you want to be. If you've got a helmet, take it with you. This is a radar indicator. indicated tornado. I don't want you to go out and try to look for it, though. May be difficult to see, especially if you're looking from that area that's getting that huge hail. So please use caution. A lot of lightning in the area as well. We've got thunder and lightning moving through portions of Kansas, Hutchinson, areas southwest of Salina, and up into northern Kansas, southern sections of Nebraska. More storms. Remember, these were areas we were watching yesterday. Now watching them again today. And that also, Mike, spells the danger for flooding.
That's right, because the ground's saturated, right? And now we're going to have, several days in a row of stormy weather, meaning plenty of rain. It's this area right here through the evening tonight we're most concerned about for storms, and that extends through tomorrow as well. A blocking high pressure means that all of these storms that are firing right here along that intersection where the jet stream angles its way north here, that's where all the storms hang out and they stay, because this high pressure is not letting them progress their way eastbound here. So that's where all the moisture flows into, right into that stalled stationary front there. And so day after day after day, we get rain. And unfortunately, this is the area of the country that's been dealt a heavy blow when it comes to flooding, because it's been there since spring. And so more Pacific and Gulf moisture streaming north here means plenty of more opportunities for flooding. Through the night tonight, it's the Central Plains through the Midwest here, including from, say, Kansas up into Michigan this evening. Same thing for us tomorrow, especially now extending up into the Northern Plains and the upper Midwest. So Minneapolis, the Dakotas, we'll do it again Wednesday night. I-35 once again is a target for us here. And then, say, I-80, I-90 could be targets again. As far as the European model goes, there are some spots in here. Sorry that the contours aren't filling in there, but some spots here where 3 to 5 inches is possible. Many areas where 2 to 3 inches is possible. And the GFS model is producing somewhat similar locations, maybe a little bit less as far as totals go, but the overall flavor is certainly there. You get the picture that right along that front, that's where the heaviest rain is maximized. We don't need any more rain. These places are very, very wet. Where we could use the rain is portions of the Ohio Valley and then across much of the east, especially the southeast, but it's all going to be confined to the upper Midwest. For Omaha, it's tonight and it's tomorrow. Look how cool the numbers are, too. We're on the other side of the front, so temperatures on the coolish side here. Finally, by Thursday, we get an opportunity to dry out. Couldn't come soon enough here. We're going to be in it for a while now, Alex, so just be ready for a lot of challenges with these storms.
Yeah, we've very much been locked in patterns across the country, and this one has been a soggy one. Well, coming up on Weather Underground, it's not heavy rain, but tides that are flooding some coastal cities like Miami and Fort Lauderdale. We'll explain the science behind king tides. We'll also show you how pods used to shelter thousands of people at music festivals will be repurposed to help Dorian survivors.
Introducing the Impossible Whopper with a patty made from plants, no beef.
No beef. I've never had plant taste like beef before.
Tastes like a Whopper. Tastes like a Whopper. Tastes like a beef burger.
Lies!
Introducing the Impossible Whopper, available nationwide, only at Burger King.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters.
And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance, and chances are SelectQuote can help you get it for less than $1 a day.
SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop up to 10 highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates.
We found Gary, 35, a $1 million policy for only $22 a month.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
Call 1-800-304-3321 or go to SelectQuote.com now and get the insurance your family needs.
At a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Ashley Home Store's Columbus Day sale is going on now. Save up to 30% or get 0% interest for 6 whole years. Discover huge savings now at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
If you want to do a little fishing, you don't buy a yacht. And if you want to take a bath, you just fill up the tub, not a swimming pool. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why pay for more than you need? For as low as $20 a month, you can get talk, text, and data from Consumer Cellular with no contract and connections on the nation's largest wireless networks. It's easy to switch. Activation is free. And if you like, you can even keep your phone and number. You'll also receive award-winning customer support. Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 7 times in a row. And you get a simple, easy-to-understand bill with no surprises. Plus, they've been an approved AARP provider for over 10 years, so members get exclusive discounts. Start saving with Consumer Cellular. You can get talk, text, and data for as low as $20 a month. Switch today. With our 30-day guarantee, it's 100% risk-free. Call 1-800-752-8496. Go online or find us at Target.
Powerful, influential, unstoppable. The right tech can help you move the world and create your own lane. The Nissan Altima. You not only move the world, you can make moves for your future. Presenting the Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
Today's Best Western. What does that mean?
At today's Best Western, stay 2 nights and get a free night at over 4,200 hotels worldwide. Book now at bestwestern.com.
I'd take my shoes and socks off and walk through almost up to my knee water just to get back down my street.
Yeah, that's not freshwater flooding, folks. That's ocean water pushed on shore due to this week's exceptionally strong tides, also known as king tides. We're here in the lab because we're going to show you via the globe what exactly is going on when we have the king tide. Maybe a phrase that if you're not living near the coast, you're not necessarily familiar with. Well, you get it when the sun, the moon, and the earth all align. So essentially the alignment is key. That's what's going to maximize that gravitational pull. We're at a new moon right now. You may have noticed, Sarah, our weather producer, was saying last night, remember how slight of a sliver you had? Well, now we're at that new moon stage. Also, when you have a full moon, you've got sun, earth, moon in alignment. And so that gravitational pull of the sun and the moon combine to raise the tide. So that means you've got to pay even more attention to those high tides. And you can see scenarios exactly like what we had when that woman referred to walking through the water just to get back into her neighborhood. So the king tide defined is a seasonal high tide cycle. It occurs when the orbits of the earth, moon, and sun align, as I just said. It occurs about 3 to 4 times a year. So that's how often you can expect it. And it does cause minor flooding, can be worsened by coastal storms. It was something that we were also talking about when we had Hurricane Dorian in some parts of the Carolinas. We, of course, are watching Miami. You're at low tide right now, but portions of Florida could still see some issues. High tide coming later this evening, around 11 o'clock. And there are a few areas, one down in the Keys, that is reporting some minor water rises. Mike?
All right, thank you very much, Alex. Well, let's bring you some of the weather stories that are making headlines across the world right now. And we take you to the Bahamas. A California man is using his drone to find and rescue animals that became stranded after Hurricane Dorian pounded the Bahamas and the Abaco Islands. Douglas Thron flies his drone over piles of debris, hoping to spot any dogs or cats that are hiding in the rubble. They're down there, usually scrounging for scraps. When he finds them, he's able to bring them food and move them to Nassau to be rehabilitated. We invite you to stick around because we're going to hear more from this man coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. And things slowly returning to normal nearly 1 year after Hurricane Michael devastated the Florida Panhandle. The Category 5 hurricane devastated the tree population even far inland. In Bay County, the University of Florida is helping to get new trees in the ground to revitalize the community there and the forest, of course. And in Mexico, Tropical Storm Narda brought heavy rain, gusty conditions to the Pacific coast. At least one person, unfortunately, was killed. The storm left an extensive trail of damage as it headed north. Only remnants of the storm remain now as that tropical moisture gets funneled north through the U.S. and all the way into the Midwest. Well, let's update you on the tropics. right now. It's certainly quieter now than it has been in recent weeks, but we do have Lorenzo out there. This is way off in the eastern Atlantic, but it's still a Category 2 with 100-mile-per-hour winds moving northeast at 29 miles per hour. There sit the islands, the Azores, and so they'll feel the effects of this hurricane. And then we think eventually this could roll its way farther north and east here, and likely going to bring us some opportunities for effects maybe in a place like Ireland. Here's a look at the track. Coming down in intensity, but look at this. Going into now Thursday into Friday morning potentially hitting us through Ireland, then coming through England through Friday afternoon and evening. So look for some rain and some very gusty winds there. Then we look closer to home here. The Caribbean is really active with a lot of clusters of thunderstorms out there. This area near the Caymans, about a 10% opportunity for formation here, but it's the direction that the formation could happen, and it's farther now to the west and north, and so that's trouble because if this thing were to hold together, potentially could it get into the Gulf of Mexico. When something gets into the Gulf of Mexico, oftentimes I say all bets are off because it's such a usually stable atmosphere or unstable atmosphere. You get very, very warm water temperatures, typically a lower shear atmosphere, and you can get things that just pop in no time. Michael, Harvey, just some recent examples. Then we've got this area, and here's Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. It's north of there. About a 10% chance for formation here. The good news with this, if it does form, it'd go away mostly from land. Bermuda sits up here, but by and large, not affecting any land over the course of those 5 days. And then there's Lorenzo. So we got the three areas that are highlighted here with circles. You can see very little spin in these storms. But again, I think this thing that could head toward the Gulf of Mexico is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Lorenzo well off into Ireland and then the UK here with, I think, really, really gusty winds, but should be a quick hitter there. It's moving very, very fast. And then you see this front that starts to come in by next Tuesday. That's a good sign because that front comes on through. It'll kind of be a protection mechanism for at least the eastern seaboard. And usually down through the Gulf of Mexico, we watch those things because the tail ends of those fronts can sometimes produce some spin. So in October, early October, the Gulf of Mexico, an area we watch, the Caribbean, then through the Atlantic. But when you take a look at where the big ones form, Category 3, 4, 5, they form a lot closer to land through the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, and then the Western Atlantic. Where do the 5s form? All Category 5s in the month of October, since the satellite era began, have formed in the Caribbean. Always worth keeping an eye on in October. Well, straight ahead on Weather Underground, it's been a month since Hurricane Dorian decimated northwestern Bahamas. Now we're going to show you how music festival pods are finding a new purpose, sheltering Dorian survivors across the islands.
And Doug. Hour 36 of the stakeout. As soon as the homeowners arrive, we'll inform them that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, so they'll only pay for what they need. Your turn to keep watch, Limu. You wake me up if you see anything. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is the Little Flower Soap Company, a small business on Amazon.
I'm Holly.
I'm Justin.
This is their beautiful, luscious, flower-filled soap. These are their employees.
And we're hiring.
This is their lavender field. It's still growing. This is the worst smelling thing in their office. This is just one of the small and medium-sized businesses you can shop on Amazon.
During an emergency, a network becomes a critical line of communication, connecting first responders to technology and to each other. FirstNet is the only officially authorized, highly secure wireless network without throttling or the clutter of commercial traffic. Built with and for first responders. It's the help you need to help the people who need you.
Try the all-new Pretzel Bacon King from Burger King. Made with flame-grilled beef, melted American cheese, crispy bacon, and crowned with our warm pretzel bun. Get your hands on the Pretzel Bacon King today, only at Burger King.
At ProPlan, we believe nutrition is full of possibilities to improve your pet's life. We're redefining what nutrition can do because the possibility of a longer life and a healthy life is the greatest possibility of all. Purina ProPlan, nutrition that performs.
WeatherTech is known for providing the ultimate protection for your vehicle with laser-measured floor liners and cargo trunk liner, along with seat protectors and seat back protectors. And now the WeatherTech Cup Phone with removable cups fits virtually any size cup holder and adjusts to fit virtually any size phone. Even allows easy access while charging. Whatever you drive, whatever phone you have, Cup Phone is the perfect fit. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com.
Has your AC busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW, American Residential Warranty.
Hi, it's me, Anthony Sullivan. And yes, you've actually caught me at home relaxing because life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with American Residential Warranty.
Home appliance repairs and replacement can cause stress and cost you over $3,000 per year. But ARW has home warranty plans starting at less than $1 a day.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. It was so hot. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
You won't believe what ARW covers. Heating and air conditioning, washers and dryers, kitchen appliances, plumbing, water heaters, electrical systems, flat screens and laptops, even pools and spas, and so much more. All plans are fully customizable and come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call now and get a home security system free with any plan. Call American Residential Warranty. They'll get you covered.
Call or log on to getahomeplan.com to find out which home warranty plan is right for you.
Pushing your forecast even further with Emmy award-winning reporting.
This is the lowest level that you should be in.
You're watching America's most trusted TV news network.
Coming up, 8 p.m. right after Weather Underground, it's World's Wildest Weather.
Yeah, here's a sneak peek at tonight's episode.
It's a sunny Sunday when Campbell Gillespie and his two friends, Norman and Ray, decide to go on a morning run. But there's a storm brewing in the distance.
If you can hear thunder, you are close enough to get struck by lightning. So that's why they say, when thunder roars, go indoors. It's a cheesy rhyme, but it's true.
Campbell and his friends decide they've got time to finish their run before taking cover. It's a decision that will haunt Campbell for the rest of his life. Campbell says his body took the full force of a vicious lightning strike.
Everything went white. Ray got blown in his face. Norman got blown in his bum. The ground shook, and then Norman looked up, and there I was, 15 feet in the air. I landed plumb in the concrete in the middle. My face was destroyed. I'd swallowed my teeth into my lungs.
Campbell is rushed to the hospital by paramedics.
First one we thought was cardiac arrest. We thought the guy was dead, to be honest, when we got there. He was blue. He didn't seem to be breathing. There was a river of blood coming from his mouth, his ears, his eyes, everywhere.
Campbell was blown high into the air by the force of the lightning, his body slamming back onto the concrete, causing massive injuries.
The lightning went for me, had the gold chain on, and the lightning went for the gold chain. It blew the crucifix off, but the chain is vaporised into my neck. And I carry it around with me to this day.
When we checked him over, the chain had gone, disintegrated, and there's a deep burn mark right around his neck. But the gold cross was stuck to his chest, And I actually picked it up and it's still hot.
People have been struck in their body have survived. The big one is to survive a strike to the head. That's almost unheard of. There's only 2 gentlemen in the world who've been struck in the head who are alive. You're talking to one of them.
We're going to see world's wildest weather and that incredible story right after Weather Underground.
Yeah, that's pretty notable. I won Best Illustrator in like 2nd grade, but that's not nearly as that 2 people have survived that. That's it.
He's one of them.
Crazy.
Amazing.
All right, well, it has been a month since Dorian made landfall in the Abaco Islands in the Bahamas. Dorian brutalized the islands and Grand Bahama as a Category 5 hurricane, leaving 70,000 people homeless.
Well, now the maker Shift Pods is teaming up with a company that organizes music festivals to provide shelter for 5,000 Dorian survivors. Christian Weber joins us now. He's the founder and CEO of Advanced Shelter Systems, the company that makes Shift Pods. And if you've never heard of them, well, let's talk to Christian about it. A Shift Pod, what exactly is it? Why do you feel like it's useful in the Bahamas?
Well, it's a high-speed shelter. It's got a 12-layer composite material that we patented a while back, and it's really designed to keep the heat out in the daytime and reflect the heat of the sun and keep your body heat in at night.
You've been using these to house thousands of people at things like music festivals, places where people